Have you ever wondered if we could travel at the speed of light? Picture it, zipping across galaxies in the blink of an eye, making Star Trek's warp speed look like a leisurely Sunday drive. It's a tantalizing concept that has long captivated the minds of scientists, dreamers, and science fiction enthusiasts alike. But as our current understanding of physics stands, achieving light-speed travel is a bit like trying to catch a unicorn riding a rainbow. It's theoretically possible, but practically, well, challenging. But what if we could bend the rules a bit, stir up the pot of theoretical physics, and add a dash of imaginative extrapolation? Welcome, my friends, to the concept of the Higgs distortion drive. Now, before you start picturing something out of a Star Wars movie, let's clarify. This isn't about hyperdrives or warp engines. This is about manipulating the very fabric of reality, the Higgs field, to make light-speed travel not just possible, but plausible. Now, don't fret if you're scratching your head wondering, Higgs, what now? It's a complex concept, but think of it like this. The Higgs field is a bit like a cosmic molasses that gives particles their mass. Without it, particles would zip around at light speed willy-nilly, and the universe as we know it wouldn't exist. But with the Higgs distortion drive, we're talking about tweaking this field to reduce the mass of a spaceship to effectively zero. Yes, you heard that right, zero. Imagine the fuel savings. Of course, achieving light-speed travel isn't as simple as flipping a switch, though wouldn't that be nice? It comes with its fair share of challenges, from navigating through space debris at blistering speeds to dealing with mind-bending relativistic effects like time dilation. But hey, no one said bending the laws of physics would be easy. So buckle up, folks. We're about to delve into the mysterious world of the Higgs distortion drive. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be sipping tea on Alpha Centauri, laughing about the time when we thought light-speed travel was just a pipe dream. At the heart of the Higgs distortion drive is the Higgs field modulator. Now let's dive into the intriguing world of this component. Its primary function? It generates and governs the outer Higgs distortion field. And what does that mean? It's like a cosmic weight loss program for our spacecraft, effectively reducing its mass to zero. No mass, no problem, right? Now, this might sound like a sci-fi movie plot, but the mechanism behind it is based on advanced quantum field technology. Think of it as an extrapolation of the properties of the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle. This modulator would operate through a highly advanced manipulation of the Higgs field at a quantum level, a process that's currently unknown in physics. It's like having the ultimate cheat code for the universe. Imagine being able to reduce the mass of a spacecraft to zero. That's what this modulator is all about. Next up is the quantum entanglement core. Now you might be thinking, quantum what? But don't worry, we'll break it down for you. You see, the quantum entanglement core's job is to manage the inner Higgs standard field. This ensures that even though our ship is zipping through space with zero mass, everything inside the ship maintains its standard mass properties. That means we don't have to worry about floating around like astronauts on the International Space Station. The quantum entanglement core achieves this by employing a concept from quantum physics called quantum entanglement. It's like having two particles that always know what the other is doing, no matter how far apart they are. In our ship, this core uses quantum entanglement to synchronize the ship's internal field with the normal Higgs field. In simple terms, it's like having a perfect mirror of the normal Higgs field inside the ship. Of course, none of this would be possible without an energy source. Our Higgs distortion drive, a marvel of theoretical physics, would be nothing more than a paperweight without an engine to power it. This is where the energy source comes in. Imagine something akin to a zero-point energy extractor, an antimatter reactor, or even a compact fusion generator. Each of these are advanced concepts that go beyond our current technological capabilities. But hey, we're already talking about manipulating the Higgs field, so why not dream a little bigger? The energy source's role is to power both the Higgs field modulator and the quantum entanglement core. It's the heart of our ship, pumping energy to every system and enabling us to achieve light-speed travel. It's like the world's most advanced power station, but on a spacecraft. And that's the beauty of it. We're talking about a future where we can harness unimaginable energy, where we can literally hold a power plant in our pocket. It's like having a power plant in your pocket. Next, we have the field transition buffer. Now, this isn't just a fancy name for a sci-fi gadget. It's a vital component of our hypothetical Higgs distortion drive. Its main job is to manage the transition between the outer and inner Higgs fields. Imagine it as a diplomatic middleman, smoothing out the relations between two very different parties. Without the field transition buffer, swapping between these two fields could be catastrophic. Kind of like flipping between two drastically different TV channels without a warning. A sudden jump from a serene nature documentary to an explosive action movie could give anyone a jolt. So, how does it work? It's a sophisticated system of field dampeners and regulators that carefully balance the two Higgs fields, ensuring a smooth transition. This might involve exotic materials or unknown principles of field dynamics. It's like having a smooth operator ensuring everything transitions seamlessly. Navigating through space at light speed requires a sophisticated navigation and control system. Imagine having to calculate the dynamics of a field that bends the laws of physics while also plotting a course through the cosmos at the speed of light. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube during a roller coaster ride, but 1,000 times more complex. This is where advanced AI and quantum computing come into play. The AI, let's call it Galileo, is like the brain of the ship, making decisions in real time based on complex data analysis. Meanwhile, quantum computing is the muscle behind these decisions, performing calculations at speeds we can't even comprehend today. The combination of these technologies enables Galileo to predict and adjust to the complex dynamics of light-speed travel. It's like a quantum-powered GPS that not only knows where you're going, but can also adjust the very fabric of reality to get you there. It's like having an advanced GPS that can predict and adjust to the complex dynamics of light-speed travel. Maintaining the integrity of the spacecraft is where the structural integrity field comes in. Like an invisible guardian, this field ensures our spacecraft doesn't crumble under the extreme conditions of light-speed travel. Crazy, right? But how does it work, you ask? Well, imagine a field that reinforces the molecular structure of the spacecraft, like an army of microscopic builders keeping everything in tip-top shape. This could be achieved through advanced material science or even nanotechnology, maintaining the structural integrity of the ship no matter the speed. Imagine it as a constant silent repair crew working round the clock. It's like those video games where your health regenerates over time, but instead of health, it's the ship's structure we're talking about. In essence, the structural integrity field is the unsung hero of our light-speed journey, tirelessly working to keep our vessel in one piece. It's like having an invisible shield protecting the spacecraft from the stresses of light-speed travel. Last but not least, we have the safety and life support systems. In a world where we're bending physics to our will, we can't forget to keep our space travelers alive and well. These systems are the unsung heroes, working in the background to ensure the safety and survival of the crew and passengers. Picture this: advanced life support systems that operate independently of the Higgs fields. These systems would ensure a stable and livable environment inside the spacecraft. They'd monitor and control everything from oxygen levels and temperature to waste management and even radiation shielding. Imagine something like an ultra-intelligent automated home system. But instead of just controlling your lighting and thermostat, it's maintaining a livable environment in the midst of light-speed travel. It's the ultimate safety net, a guardian angel of sorts in the cold void of space. It's like having your own personal safety bubble, ensuring a stable and livable environment inside the spacecraft. As fascinating as the Higgs distortion drive is, there are some limitations and considerations. Firstly, let's not forget our friend Albert Einstein. At near light speeds, his theory of relativity predicts some very unusual effects, like time dilation. Essentially, your clock on board might run slower than your grandma's wall clock back on Earth. You could return from your space adventure to find that everyone you knew has aged significantly. Or perhaps they've even learned how to make decaf coffee taste good. Next up, navigational challenges. Dodging space debris at light speed isn't like swerving to avoid a squirrel on the road. It might require some next-level predictive modeling or exotic sensors, not to mention a pilot with nerves of steel and reflexes of, well, light. Lastly, let's talk energy. The energy requirements for such a drive would be immense. We're talking about a power source that makes a nuclear reactor seem like a potato battery. So while the Higgs distortion drive may be a speculative concept, it opens up a world of possibilities for the future of space travel.